We're gonna do a tarot card reading for some air signs today. I figured we would do Gemini and Aquarius in specific. This will be for Gemini. I'm gonna get the map shifters perspective first. You have protecting treasure coming straight out straight away. So Gemini, you could be feeling kind of uh, like you're hovering. You know how there's like hovering parents? That's kind of the feeling I'm getting there, is kind of you're wanting to offer a humble abode or some type of you're hovering over something. The number 39 may be significant to you. That one really wanted to get out. This is the sacred pool. Okay, so I'm feeling like there's maybe a downpour of something happening because the umbrella is here. And as a result, there's like pools of water or pool, like literally you could be in a swimming pool and it just started raining really hard. And there's like, boom, like bolts of lightning. And you're like, get out of the pool. Okay. It's something like that. It's the protective parent feeling is coming out. Yeah, here's the golden place. I'm not going to take that because it was just at the bottom of the deck, but I'm just saying that whatever it is that you're protecting, it's like, I don't know why I'm hearing that song, Make New Friends, but Keep the Old. One is silver and the other gold. You could be feeling like you're protecting whatever wealth, whatever, stash, store, anything that you really think is in there. That's what you're kind of, I want to say, lording over. Number 18 came right out. This is the magic stream. So this is just a whole bunch of water. You could be dealing with a water sign possibly, or working with a water sign. Maybe the person that you're trying to protect is a water sign. I'm not quite certain. Let me go ahead and get another uh, pull on this. I'm just really getting that you're not wanting something. It's almost like once I had to write a letter and put it on a car. Um, it was just notifying the person about something, but um, it was just notifying them about something kind of mundane. It wasn't really that big a deal, but it did start raining as soon as I put it down, and I had written it in marker. Okay. And marker just, I mean, as soon as it gets hit by water, it just like kind of watercolors out. There's a real bleeding in. It like the color of the water, like the letters and the words just bleed into each other, and you're not able to necessarily decipher what it says if it gets soaked. So I feel like you might just want to keep something a little bit protected at this point, not because you're, scared to get your feet wet, like dip a toe in the water, but just more so because you're just wanting to make sure that all of the yeah, look at that. There's ride the wave. It's like you're wanting to protect whatever you're either trying to protect the water or you're protecting someone from the water. Okay. There could be a real onslaught, a real downpour. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I also hear Rihanna pour it up coming out. Yeah, and follow the leaders here at the top of the deck. So um, there's a need for you to kind of maybe withdraw a little bit into yourself so that you're really very focused. Obviously, this is a tree with a time like a clock on it. It's like you're clocking how fast something is moving. I'm just seeing a pathway here. And if we're talking about all this water energy, there's like a stream. That's the third one out here is the stream. You're really you're paying attention to how quickly the water is like during a tsunami. The obviously the animals know ahead of time. So maybe we'll go with the animal deck next. The animals know ahead of time. However, the water actually recedes from the beach, from that shoreline. And the reason it recedes is because it's about to all pile up and come crashing down in one humongous, enormous, gigantic wave. Okay. So that's what you're, it's almost like you've seen the water recede and you're like, get out of the water. I don't know why I feel all this like get out of the water type of energy coming through. It's just there's something about you needing to protect yourself against Mother Nature. Okay. She is a force to be reckoned with. And I feel like if you're not wanting to get reckoned with or wreck yourself, I'm also hearing that song, check yourself before you wreck yourself. There's something about needing to take some type of serious cover in the situation and not really just, jump off the diving board, for example. This is the pelican coming out for protecting pleasure. Protecting pleasure. There's something about something not really being a I don't know if you guys have ever played that game as a child called Treasure Cove, but you have mission a mission to kind of go out and explore the seafloor and then find whatever treasure you can and then you put it away. It's kind of like having an aerial in the depth of the ocean, hoarding things that she's found that are interesting. Okay, here's the puma coming out next in the upright with sacred pool. Yeah, you might just that's that mother's intuition. You know when you need to let something go. This is coming out with sacred pool. Okay. Um, it, I'm saying that because it's like poo, like you're saying poo poo to something, and you're wanting to. This is the moon in the pelican card here. There's just a sliver of the moon, and then all these. I almost see this as like Noah's Ark. About to weather that huge flood. That's kind of what I'm getting here is that yeah, here's the owl at the bottom of the deck. We'll take that for number 18, the magic stream. Yeah, you've got an eye on something, and I'm not kidding that you're seriously, you either want to like knock something out, you want to time it, like how long do I have before, you hear the bolt of lightning, you see the bolt of lightning, and then you hear the thunder. There was lightning and thunder, the thunder. I'm also hearing that song coming through. And then we've got the spider. And the spider is coming out with number 14, Ride the Wave. So it's almost like you're scuttling away from something. Spiders obviously don't like water. There is one type of spider that can kind of skate along the surface of the water. I'm not sure what those are called. But that's not something that you're gonna do here. Okay. These are juxtaposing energies. This is now a whole bunch of birds, a lion, like a huge, not a lion, but a puma, which is a huge cat. You've got the owl, which is another bird, and then we've got the spider. So about every other second, you're feeling like you need to take flight with the pelican and the owl being out here. It's almost needing to, if you're in the sky in a airplane or a fuselage of an airplane or something like that during a tsunami, a flood, whatever the case may be, you will survive whatever happens. I mean, unless there's like a horrible downpour or a horrible storm that's so terrible that you can't. But there's something about you having this almost like, I'm going to show you these. These came out with it. This is the butterfly. This is the panther, the butterfly, and the snake all coming out together. So I'm not going to take all of them. I'm going to take the panther because it came out on top. that's going with the follow the leader. And there's something about you kind of having this card in specific is my Men in Black card. You see how there's that neck piece right here on the cat. It's almost like having your very own understanding or your very own guide, your very own intuitive familiar, if you will, that has warned you. Like when all the panthers start running away from the jungle shoreline where they've been basking in the sun or something. I don't even know if they do that, to be quite honest. But that's kind of the moment that you need to pay attention. If you look at this closely, there's a face. Exactly where, like, the necklace from the cat would have been with the universe. If there's something about you having tapped into a higher level of understanding, knowledge, wisdom, you're kind of feeling your way through, figuring out for yourself why it is that you feel like you need to follow the leader and get away from the water. Okay. This could also be more of an emotional read where you don't feel like something is emotionally that deep or that like you're wanting to not use your ego so much. You're just trying to, you want to be like a horseshoe crab. Okay. You want to be able to survive in the water, but also you're aware that horseshoe crabs can really hurt if you try to step on them. Yeah, if you try to step on them, they're kind of like stingrays. They'll just sting the living daylight out of you. Okay. So that's not very prudent. And it's just like you prefer to just hitchhike with the dolphins out of the way. Get out of the way. Dolphins, and I always mention this, and I probably always will, but Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they're just like, you got to get out of here. Like, you have to get off this planet. It's whatever planet this is or whatever space you're occupying, you need to get out. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the sentiment with the owl having magic streaming abilities. It's this is another cloaked animal that is like a human inside of it, like a selkie. I always mention selkies. It's a understanding of something that is coming from within, and you're camouflaging the way that you're presenting it on the outside. So it may look like you have you have no love for something, or you're completely out of time, or you're out of patience, or whatever. And that is how it comes across to children that are having a really great time in the pool when it starts storming and thundering and lightning, or if you're in the ocean and you see a shark fin coming towards you, you're like, get out of the water. Okay, the kids are not going to like it. They're not going to appreciate having to stop having fun and come inside for a moment, or dry off with whatever towel they've got. But it's really important that they kind of understand it's the same difference of this protective parenting feeling that's coming through. Same difference with like someone running out into traffic, like a child running out into traffic. Unless you don't care if your child gets hit by a crap ton of cars, you're going to care. You're going to say, stop what you're doing. And you might not sound very kind when you say it, but you're saying, yeah, look at that. You're saying it out of love. You're saying it because you don't want them to get hurt. And the second part of that is really very important in general is to explain to them why you're doing that, so that they don't just think you're being a complete butthole. Okay, that's what this is. It's like you're not being emotional. You're just trying to stop the accident from happening. And if your children aren't listening, or if your kid is not responding fast enough, there's this gut feeling. It's a very primitive. It's like that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my goodness, like there's, oh my gosh, like it's a very passionate feeling of like, oh, I need to take flight, okay? This is coming out with number 18. It's like if I don't, I'm now running after you. So now my life is also in danger because I'm running into traffic to save you. And on top of that, I've already told you not to take flight like that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm passionately either pissed off, scared, upset. But you need to explain that to people. You can't just, I mean, not to people, but to children that, when I say stop doing what you're doing, I mean it because I'm not just saying it for my health. It's like you're going to get trampled. These are tracks. If there's a train just barreling through an intersection, if you don't stop, or if you stop your car on the tracks, you will get hit. And the train isn't even necessarily going to feel it. Okay? I mean, like if it hits you directly, that's one thing. But if it's already going past and you just drive straight into a train, you could derail the train, but it also depends. Most likely, your car is just going to get dragged. Okay, either way it goes, not a good look. So that's kind of there's Earth at the bottom of the deck. You could be just trying to ground yourself. Yeah, look at that. There's something about the crossing. It's the lightning bolt, the crossing of the street, the caution when the arms of the railroad go down. That's grounding, and it's supposed to be a grounding of these intuitive hits that have been put out there by kind of like your roots, I'm just seeing the gut of the tree. That's like where the sap would be right there. Like, or a hole where an owl would hang out. There's a clock there. So it's like you don't want to limit your time. You don't want to not be able to return to the nest, but at the same time, if the communication is off, it can really throw off the entire dynamic of the situation. So make sure that you're staying grounded, Geminis, whatever it is that you're doing, and good luck.